Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please be upstanding as the academic staff of City Education Group are now about to make their formal procession.
Please be seated, everybody. Well, graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Dean O'Keefe, and on behalf of City Education Group, I would like to formally welcome you all to our morning ceremony for 2024. Now, some housekeeping as ever, just to get us started. In the unlikely event of an incident, there are 3 exits. The one you came in, of course, there. We've got one out here behind me, and indeed over at the back here, where we'll be having our reception a bit later on. Can I also just remind you about mobile phones, please, if I could? If you could turn them to silent, or turn them off, or maybe even destroy them, that would be a useful start to proceedings. Today's order of ceremony is per your booklet, and I will introduce each part as we progress. Afterwards, we hope you can join us for a drink, some nibbles, and some photographs, no doubt, in the reception area. Well, first things first, and it really is a cliche, but today is very much your day. You've worked hard to be here, and now at last we all get to celebrate your achievements with you all, your family and your friends. Indeed, perhaps I should say at the outset that as I look around here today, I can't help but be dazzled by the style and elegance I see before me. And in fairness, the ladies aren't looking too bad either. A few musical thank yous, though, to get us going, as it were. Behind me, you can see, I want to pay a special thanks for the impressively musical processional of Jeremiah Clark's Prince of Denmark, by Gillian Saunders on piano and John Walsh on trumpet piccolo behind me, both of whom you will be hearing from again at the end of the ceremony. There's a wonderful synergy here. John is a former student of ours. I met him about a decade ago outside the Gate Theatre in Dublin here, and after an event we were at, and he said to me, "John, I'm sick of blowing into a trumpet. I want to become a lawyer." And so began his journey with us in city colleges, and he is now currently working to become a criminal solicitor in one of Dublin's leading criminal law firms. So if your daughter is getting married anytime soon, he's your man for the glam church entrance. Or alternatively, if you simply want to avoid that spell in prison, well, please give him a shout. Come to think of it, you might want him for both. Thank you, of course, also to our wonderful violinist, Maria Mason, who was playing for you earlier before the ceremony, and you'll hear from her again at reception. Now, I'm very pleased to say that, of course, we are here today in this magnificent church of St. Anne's in Dawson Street. It probably goes without saying that this building is steeped in history. It's 324 years old, originally built in 1720. So needless to say, it has been associated with some serious people over the years. Oscar Wilde himself, no less, was baptized in this church just at the back there. Wolfe Tone got married right here to Matilda Witherington in 1785. And yet that is not even the most interesting part of the story. The real story here is that these two, Wolfe Tone and the missus, really knew how to party. For when they went on their honeymoon, they did it in style. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, they went to the exotic climes of Maynooth. Never again will you complain about Torremolinos. And as if that wasn't enough to impress you, Bram Stoker too, the author of Dracula, was married also on this very spot in 1878 to Florence Balcom. So please don't be surprised up the front here, madam, if the man next to you starts developing fangs during the ceremony. But now we do come to the formal part of these proceedings, and I would firstly like to introduce to you Dr. Graham Glanville, Director of Quality Teaching and Learning at City Education Group, who's going to say a few words on this great day to you all. Although Graham would be too humble to admit this, it's not an exaggeration to say that he and his team's critical work are really the engine that runs City Education Group, and one that continues to change the face of professional education, not least for you, the graduates who are here with us here today. So ladies and gentlemen, if you could put your hands together, please, for Dr. Graham Glanville.
Thank you, John. A very, very warm welcome to our graduands, to family, to friends and guests. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on your achievement. As graduands, you have every reason to be proud and hopeful for what comes next. I think it's incredibly important to also press pause and take time out today, even just for today, to reflect on what you've achieved. It's so often that we rush through things in life and forget the big things. And today, of course, is certainly one of those big things. As staff, we are honored that we can be with you on this very special occasion. And we thank you for being the genesis of this day of celebration. For those who don't know me, I'm the co-director of quality for City Education Group, together with Karen Higgins. So I play a key role in upholding our quality assurance and enhancement system, working with many staff across the group. Some you know, others who work passionately behind the scenes to maintain and build our education system and new programs that are student-centered, work-relevant, and ambitious. Our quality assurance system is dynamic and responsive to the needs of students and industry, ensuring that learners acquire work-ready skills and knowledge, but are also afforded the space and time to explore and reflect in an interactive educational environment. As a QQI provider, we know how important it is to provide learners with formal confirmation that a learner has acquired and demonstrated the knowledge, skill, and competence deserving of a QQI award or City Education Group professional diploma. With regard to our recent developments, our new college president, Professor Cedric Bell, brings a significant wealth of experience to join us on our quality-driven education development pathway as we continue to navigate the challenges and opportunities in higher education. I'm pleased to say that we are now in the final stages of approving our scope of provision with QQI to offer master's programs at City Education Group. This will open the door to new postgraduate diploma and master's programs in disciplines such as business, computing and IT, law, life sciences, and early childhood education. As graduands, and of course very soon to be alumni, we'll keep you posted on these developments. And of course, we would be very, very happy to welcome you back to the City Education Group in the near future. So back to you, the real VIPs. Today, we are celebrating your commitment to your studies, your resilience to keep going despite the challenging and changing world around you. It's not easy to find the time for studies when you have so many other competing priorities in your life, but you did it. You made it. Your achievement, of course, will inspire others too, no doubt. I want to also congratulate you for engaging in lifelong learning. And lifelong learning addresses our natural drive to explore and grow. And this process of knowledge discovery improves our own quality of life and sense of self-worth by paying attention to the ideas and goals that inspire us. Lifelong learning takes many different forms, such as developing a new skill. It can be self-taught, like, I suppose, researching a topic of interest to you, or subscribing to a podcast that you can listen to on the way to work. It also represents formal knowledge pathways of self-interest, such as the professional and academic learning that you've acquired at the City Education Group. So what's your next big decision? So as I said earlier, you can pause on that for today, but you can be sure that whatever decision you make, you have a track record of demonstrating your resilience, so why not reach for the stars? I'll finish by saying thank you for the faith that you have placed in the City Education Group and the seriousness of purpose which you have displayed in your studies. And on behalf of my colleagues, I will say that today is your day, so soak it up and bask in it. You're always welcome back to the City Education Group, so don't be a stranger. Pop in, say hi, tell us what you're doing, where you're going. We'd love to know your next steps. So please keep in touch and keep learning and enjoy your day of celebration. Thank you.
And so we now come to the best bit. We turn our attention to the presentation of awards for students of our various colleges. I'd first like to advise how graduates today will come up to receive their parchments. Finola and her colleagues, there she is there, she'll be grateful that I pointed her out, will usher you out of your seats in the correct order to come up and receive your awards. You will come up here to the table, you will receive your reward, you will smile awkwardly when the camera takes a picture of you, and I'll be behind it, and then you will return down the side aisles, please, and eventually back to your seats. There might be some traffic stops along the way, so please bear with them. As you will see, certain awards are somewhat larger, so these names will be called out in batches of 4 before they come up individually to collect their award. And can I ask you to hold back on the clapping, whoops and hollers until each batch of the 4 students have received their parchments and left the dais here? That would be better and indeed a little bit quicker. So if I could ask Dr. Graham Danville to come up again, please, here, to come to the dais again to present the awards to all our students. And I'll also ask at this point Dr. Nigel Callanan, Dean of the Faculty of Business, to begin the presentations and to present the awards for his faculty at City Colleges. Thank you, Nigel.
Welcome and well done for overcoming the final hurdle, which was to get here during Storm Bert for our ceremony today. Okay, so I'll just start off with the formal statement. Academic Board, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs of study and are worthy of City Colleges awards in the BA in Arts in Business Studies. Okay, so I'll start reading them out in batches. So our first, Beatrice Acosta Loyola, Elizabeth Acosta Loyola, and Rosa Elizabeth Bonilla Barahona. Okay, and our next four. Sorry. Our next four. Ivana Cankino Kilmek. Wallison Carvalho da Silva. Victoria Beatriz Chavez Alvarez. Maria Luisa de los Angelos Delgadillo Falcon. So now we have Alejandro Solange Diaz Painan, Felipe dos Santos, Janison dos Santos Gomez, Diana Yon Harry Eugenio Crispin. And now we have Marcia Ferrero da Silva, Mara Patricia Gutierrez Aguilar, Raquel Estefania Hawker Revolo, and Gabriela Alejandra Mota Padilla. Okay. And now we have Wagner Nascimento Rodriguez, Edith Nava Davila, Alex Alberto Niera Isla, and Douglas Pacana Faraz. Congratulations. Okay. Right. And now we have Carla Beatriz Rodriguez Unida, Yerelice Salazar Artiega, and Norma Sanchez Morales, and Kelly Santana de Macedo. Yeah. Yeah, so congratulations and well done to everybody. The end for this group. Thank you.
Now ask Mr. Paul Noon, Dean of the Faculty of IT and Computing, to present the awards for his faculty at City Colleges. Thank you, Paul.
Hello. Hello. Just want to say hello to everyone here. Welcome to the graduation, and to all the IT students. I know that it takes a big commitment to study for 1 year on top of your busy work and then family lives, and well done for putting in all your hard work and effort and commitment, and now to successfully reach the point of graduating. So now the official part. Academy Board, I present you the following candidates who've successfully completed programs of study and are worthy of City Colleges awards in Special Purpose Award and Diploma in Cybersecurity. Okay. So the first group of 4: Maria Isabel Alanis Villarreal, Alberto David Bautista Sanchez, Carlos Manuel Benitez Martinez, Eduardo Enrique Campos Granados.
Just bear with us, we're having an IT glitch here.
Sorry about that. It seems a couple of the names aren't here. So I'm going to start with Salam Butt and Kieran Conlon. Okay, sorry about that. We'll start again with data analytics. So it's Mary Isabel, Alanis, Alberto David, Carlos Manuel, and Eduardo Enrique. The next batch of 4, Myra Naleli Cardenas Sanchez. Sorry. Elizabeth Cedillo Rojas, Dmitry Filimashov, Gladys Emerit Hernandez Reinaga. Next group of 4, Martha Luna Ruanavo, Danilo Roter Magaletis Ferreira, Jessica Vanessa Martinez Marin, Del Gererson Nimkanyaba. And the last 2 for data analytics is Ellison Fernando Oliveira de Almeida, Kalium Tuvshinga Batar. We also, from the data analytics program, there was also Student of the Year. Dale Garrison, if you name Nyaka is also our Student of the Year. He was down here already, if he wants to come back up. Dale Garrison, Student of the Year. And come up. Special award. Yeah. Woo! Well done, Neil Garrison. Well done. Thank you. So, and the program for cybersecurity, diploma in cybersecurity. The first 2 people we have is Salam Butt and Kieran Conlon. The next group of 4, Dylan Conlon, Nathan Feeney, Isabella Flynn, Matthew Hayes. The next group of 4, Taylor Teddy Manlon Lyonga, Kieran Kinsella, Jakub Karzowski, Artur Lazarev. The next group of 4, Conor O'Neill, Vinicius Rodriguez, John Sullivan, Timur Vajenko.
Well done. Congratulations.
Last but not least, David White. David also won our Student of the Year program for the program. So this David, special award. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you very much. I don't think they noticed. We're all right. The next group now I want to ask up Dr. Aoife Quinn, please. She's Dean of the Faculty of Psychology at City Colleges, and she will present the awards for her faculty and indeed my own graduates, as I find myself currently otherwise engaged. So thank you very much, Aoife.
Good morning. I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes of study and who are worthy of City College's Diploma Awards in the Diploma in Criminology: Elena Hearn, Rebecca Miriam Bayer, Sarah Cox. Alison Gleeson, Marcella Jakobczak, Alicia Kavanagh. And finally, Jennifer O'Connor and Abigail Waters. For the Diploma in Terrorism Studies, Albert Uy Jonamise. For the Diploma in Data Management, Ian Curtin. For the Diploma Industrial Electrical Systems, Ahmed Mayouf. For the Diploma in Construction Law, Oladipo Tobias. With the Diploma in Immigration and Asylum Law, Ekaterina Kaniva and Lisa LaRoche. The Diploma in Legal Executive Studies, Michelle Kingston. The Diploma in Legal Studies, Amy Elworthy. The Diploma in Family History, Sheila Bloomquist and Susan Ryan. The Diploma in Bereavement and Grief Studies, Jennifer Graham. And finally, the Diploma in Traumatology and PTSD, Heather Burke. And for the Diploma in Criminology, Tara Devlin. The Diploma in Legal Executive Studies, Michelle Kingston.
Thank you very much, Aoife. So now we come to our second group for conferring for today's ceremony, namely the graduates of Progressive College. College. Now, Progressive College is an integral part of the City Education Group, and at its heart are three people, namely its chairman, Dr. Paul Lynch, its managing director, Pascal O'Leary, and academic director and joint quality assurance director, Karen Higgins. So I now call on the academic director of Progressive College to make the presentation of the awards to the Progressive College students. Karen Higgins, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to join all of our colleagues in congratulating every single one of you on what is a huge achievement. But I'd like to send out a special congratulations to all of your friends and families. They're the ones that have had to put up with the hair pulling. Can you make the dinner? Can I find my pen? So a big round of applause to all the friends and families. So, on with the ceremony. Academic Board, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes of study and who are worthy of QQI awards in a Bachelor of Arts honours degree in Early Childhood Education and Care, Early Childhood Education and Care at levels 5 and 6, Early Childhood Education and Care with Montessori, Health Service Supervisory Management, Healthcare Support, and Special Needs Assisting. So first up, we have Megan Daly. Fationa Demiraj and Jennifer Taff Murphy. For the Bachelor of Arts at Level 7, Rachel Jordan, Ruth Carrera, Ciara Lambert, and Leanne McDermott. Diane O'Toole and Rachel Ward. For ELC Level 5, we have Masumi Ghosh and Aisha Raymond. ELC Level 6, Anita Dunn, Laura Rattigan, Kira Basagni. ELC with Montessori Level 6, Preeta Devi, and Mary McGrath-Hines. For the Health Service Supervisory Management Award, Lisa Brooker, Stella Obu-Vincent, Miranda Roberts, Olufumi Adiwole. For our special needs assisting training, Susan Dempsey, Elaine Dunn, Kay Howley, Karen Laslette. We have Nuala O'Riordan, Jenilyn San Juan, Catherine Slater, Sophie Mullen, and Noreen Smullen. So Progressive College also have a Student of the Year award to present this morning. This student not only excelled academically, but was also an excellent support to her fellow classmates. Progressive College Student of the Year award goes to Jennifer Taff Murphy. Congratulations, graduates.
And well done to everybody from Progressive College. I'd now like to call upon Mr. Philip Curry, Principal of Ashfield College, to present the Student of the Year prize there to Tiernan O'Kelly. So, Philip. And the great news is there's a bunch of flowers for everybody in the audience. No, there isn't. Now, in a moment, I'm going to call upon Mrs. Septa Fitzpatrick to present the Declan Fitzpatrick Scholarship, which goes to our top law student each year. And this year, as you can see from your booklets, it's going to Annalie Daly. But before Septa presents the award, however, I would like to first invite Mr. Conor Duff, Dean of the Law School at City Colleges, who had the distinct honour of having Declan as his teacher, and who will now say a few words to us about him. Mr. Conor Duff.
Thank you. It is a great honour and privilege to be asked to introduce the Declan Fitzpatrick Memorial Scholarship Award to you. The award is presented, as John mentioned, to an FE1 student each year who has demonstrated excellence in their studies and a commitment to the practice of law. The award is a memorial scholarship in honour of the late Declan Fitzpatrick, who was a teacher in our sister college, Ashfield College, which is part of the City Education Group, where he taught English and Irish. As John mentioned, it is particularly poignant that I had the unique pleasure of having been taught English by Declan during my time in Temple Oak College, where he taught for in excess of 38 years prior to joining Ashfield College. The classroom was where Mr. Fitzpatrick flourished. He inspired and enriched the lives of so many with whom he came into contact with on a daily basis. His commitment to teaching and learning was both inspiring and encouraging. I distinctly recall during the course of our final class where he bid our class farewell, and he spoke of the importance of education, which he said came from the Latin word induco, which means to lead forth. He said that in leading forth, two considerations must come into play. First, you need a moral frame of reference, and secondly, the ability to enrich those to whom you come into contact with during the course of your life. Declan also adored poetry and the written word. His ability to capture time and place in poetry was magical in his classroom. One of his favourite poems was about a location known as Land's End, or as the poem is entitled, Finisterre. In Roman times, Cape Finisterre was believed to be the end of the known world. Cape Finisterre is the final destination for many pilgrims on the way of St. James. The pilgrimage to the shrine of the Apostle St. James the Great in the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, the name itself derives from the Latin phrase Finisterre, meaning end of the earth. It is the westernmost point of the Iberian Peninsula. And I would like to read you this poem, which I would like to dedicate to Declan and his wife, Septa Fitzpatrick, who's here with us today. Finisterre. This was the land's end. The last fingers knuckled and rheumatic, cramped on nothing, black. Admonitory cliffs and the sea exploding with no bottom or anything on the other side of it, whitened by the faces of the drowned. Now it is only gloomy, a dump of rocks, leftover soldiers from old messy wars. The sea cannons into their ear, but they don't budge. Other rocks hide their grudges under the water. The cliffs are edged with trefoils, stars and bells, such as fingers might embroider close to death, almost too small for the mists to bother with. The mists are part of the ancient paraphernalia, souls rolled in the doom noise of the sea. They bruise the rocks out of existence, then resurrect them. They go up without hope like sighs. I walk among them, and they stuff my mouth with cotton. When they free me, I am beaded with tears. Our Lady of the Shipwrecked is striding towards the horizon, her marble skirts blown back in 2 pink wings. A marble sailor kneels at her foot distractedly, and at his foot, a peasant woman in black is praying to the monument of the sailor praying. Our Lady of the Shipwrecked is 3 times life size, her lips sweet with divinity. She does not hear what the sailor or the peasant is saying. She is in love with the beautiful formlessness of the sea. Gold-coloured laces flap in the sea drafts beside the postcard stalls. The peasants anchor them with conches. One is told, "These are the pretty trinkets the sea hides, little shells made up into necklaces and toy ladies. They do not come from the Bay of the Dead down there, but from another place, tropical and blue. We have never been to. These are our crepes. Eat them before they blow cold." Declan's untimely death devastated the lives of so many. Declan, as mentioned, is survived by his wife Septa Fitzpatrick, who we are very honoured is here with us today to present the Scholarship Award to the worthy recipient. Our hope is that the recipient of the Declan Fitzpatrick Scholarship Award will pursue their academic studies with excellence and lead in the qualities which Mr. Fitzpatrick emanated throughout his life. I'm delighted to say that the recipient of the Declan Fitzpatrick Memorial Scholarship this year is Annalie Daly, and I would like to invite her and Septa to come forward to present the award. Thank you.
And thank you, Conor, for those lovely words, a great tribute. And before I call on Pádraig Ó Byrne, Senior Academic of CLS, and indeed Jonathan Smith to present the William Smith City Language Memorial Award, I would also, if I could, just like to say a couple of words about who Will was and what he meant to this organisation, and most especially to his great friend here at the college, the CEO of City Education Group, Philip Burke. William was better known as Will Smith, and like his namesake, a talented musician, and he was a gifted storyteller and a charmer. He was a professional musician indeed for much of his life. He was also one of the kindest people we all had the pleasure of knowing, and he worked in all 4 colleges in the group, and it's no exaggeration to say that he was loved by all. Will was taken at a ridiculously young age, and the hole left by his absence is significant as it is undeniable. Yet he bore his illness with almost superhuman courage and dignity. In June 1922, Will made a heroic bucket list trip to New York, where he went with Philip and his brother Jonathan, and where he saw Billy Joel in Madison Square Garden, and then to his beloved Memphis, where he and Elvis were finally reconciled. My own abiding memory of Will is too detailed and too utterly bizarre to go into here today. Suffice to say that it involved him managing to make a total fool out of me in front of all people, and I kid you not when I say this, John Bon Jovi. However, if you want to hear that full story, you'll have to come up to me afterwards in the reception. But we are so pleased to have his adored brother, Jonathan, here today to present the annual William Smith Memorial Prize to Renata Mañares Ruiz alongside CLS senior academic Pádraig O'Byrne. So if I could have Jonathan, Pádraig and Renata, please. Thank you. Now it's brown envelopes and flowers. So thank you so much. And as we are gathered together here in this holy place, we ask God that He may ensure that the souls of Will and of Declan rest in peace and rise in glory. Amen. But now, could we have one more final round of applause, please, for all our newly minted graduates? But now it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our final speaker of the day, our keynote speaker, Professor Cedric Bell, President of the City Education Group. Now, it's no exaggeration to say that Cedric, who is an academic, a lawyer, and an entrepreneur, is a giant of education across these islands. And we are very honoured indeed to have him at the helm as he continues to steer our organisation to still further national and international acclaim. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Cedric Bell.
Distinguished guests, graduates, your families, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure in this, my first graduation ceremony as President of City Education Group, to re-emphasise to you how much we appreciate your presence here today. As Henry VIII once said of his wives, I won't keep you long. Class of 2024, today we have the privilege and the joy of celebrating with you and your family and friends your academic success. As graduates who studied with City Colleges and Progressive College, two of the constituent entities that comprise the City Education Group. This is a milestone event in your lives, a red letter day, no less. It is equally momentous day for City Education Group to have the inestimable pleasure in seeing another group of graduates successfully complete the myriad of courses that we offer at degree, higher degree, diploma and professional diploma levels, offered by what we see as an innovative, fast-growing 21st century relevant institution, comprising over 6,500 students engaged in 270 programs, all supported by a dedicated team of 280 staff members. We are delighted to be graduating today 390 young professionals from over 12 countries over and above Ireland. And in this regard, it gives me great pleasure to see the continuing and much appreciated representation from South and Central America. And could I say, I thought the staff did remarkably well pronouncing all the names. It would have been too much challenging for myself. Students, this is the culmination of a long and challenging but ultimately rewarding journey. You have been a great credit to your families, your countries, and yourselves. You have been worthy representatives of this unique and distinctive private education provider. We are proud of your contribution and success. And we want to congratulate you on that success and thank you for your sustained commitment to your studies and your determination and perseverance. But it also gives you the opportunity today to acknowledge those who have contributed to your success. First and foremost, your parents, family, and loved ones. Please, who have encouraged you and have always been there for you. Without their support and encouragement, today would not have been possible. Lecturers and staff, secondly, I'm sure the lecturers and tutors, thank them for their instruction, their guidance and encouragement, which has been indispensable to your success, coupled with the underpinning support of a galaxy of administrative and student welfare staff. But today is the start of your future. Class of 2024, today is another seminal moment in your life's journey. 2024 has also been a momentous year for the City Education Group, with the successful corporate coming together of the technical hitch again. Coming together of the merger with the City Education Group, merged with Planet Education Group, one of the largest and successful companies in the United Kingdom. And in doing so, we felt this would give a new impetus to the success of the City Education Group. You might say, well, why did we want to partner with City Education Group? We were inspired by the academic integrity of the institution, and also because we see Ireland as a country of great promise and attraction for international students. But today we come back to the fact that this is your day, and I would also want to emphasize that opportunities in life come not always a second time. So I always say to students, seize the moment, be proud of what you have achieved, and be worthy alumni and ambassadors for the City Education Group and for Ireland. Be the best, because you are the best. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Cedric. And I mean, can you believe it? We're now coming almost to the end of our ceremony. I can see the lady up the front here getting teary, saying, "John, make this day never end." But before we leave you, I just want to remind you of a couple of things, so just bear with us for a minute or two more. I'd like to remind you, first of all, of course, about our reception, which will be held just over there to the side of the church. So please ensure that you come there and join us after the ceremony for some handshakes, catch-ups, food, nibbles, drink, and pictures, no doubt. Also, the students of the year have been dealing with our videographer, so I presume they will meet afterwards if they need to. Shortly, the academic staff will process out 2 by 2, something of a Noah's Ark, and I will call them that way. So when the music commences, I'd ask you to stand. But and indeed, the music as we go out today is appropriate. It is the beautiful sound of Symphony No. 9, Beethoven's Ode to Joy, played with piano and piccolo trumpet. Before this, however, some words of final thanks to everyone who made this day possible before we head out into the wonderful weather. To everyone here in this wonderful church in St. Anne's, the rector Paul, and especially Kristen and Giles. Thank you also, of course, again to our musicians today, Gillian on piano, John on piccolo trumpet, and of course Maria on violin. Huge thanks to all the staff at City Education Group who made everything happen today, especially to Suzanne and Pam, who were the driving force behind these preparations, along, of course, with so many others. To all our academic and administrative staff across the group who joined us this morning, due to your guidance in your specialist areas, all your students have arrived here today. And of course to the family and friends of graduates who doubtless had to put up with the occasional wailing and gnashing of teeth during their progress through their courses. Thank you very much. But most of all, we thank and congratulate everyone who has received an award here today. Days like today are important moments for you, and we hope they will stay with you for a long time. Indeed, in the words of that famous philosopher, Tina Turner, you're all wondering what's coming next. Remember that you are all simply the best. That's right, madam. Better than all the rest. So, as we say our final goodbye, I leave you now with that most famous of Irish blessings. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and may your God go with you.